Let's start styling all this stuff we imported from the Ionic webpage and do some actual just standard CSS for this. Here we have our home that's set up as it is right now, and we just want to add some styles to it to see how easy it is. So we're not going to be using the app.scss anymore in this case, because this is usually for where we put global things, so that's going to be used all over the page. You could of course put it here if you want to, it still work, but again we are just going to use this home CSS because in our minds right now this is specific to our home page, so it only needs to be on that page. In here we have, let's get this little light bulb away, so we have something called page-home and the two brackets here, and you're going to put all your CSS between the two brackets. It's really important that you remember that. All the CSS, the SCSS files from each page you have will state page dash and then the name of the page. So if it's called list, then it's going to be dash list, or about us, then about us, and so on. So make sure that you're doing it between here. We're just going to do a background color. Whoops, we're just going to do ion grid because that we need to use a selector to grab which part we want to change, of course, and then we're going to use a background color. Let's just do red. So everything should turn red right now, but we already know the system is actually using Sass, so let's be a little bit smarter about this. We can actually write color, and you can see down here there's kind of, if you remember, we did this with the Sass where we used map, so let's just try to hit enter. So first of all, it's going to ask us which variable are you going to be using, and if we go to the variable down here in the theme, this call, so here and variable, and then you scroll down, this is what you see, so scroll down to line about 40, 35, 34, you can see something called colors, and then we have our primary, secondary, danger, light and dark. And we're going to be using these variables because we're smart. So let's start with this, whoopsie daisy. Colors to initiate it, and then do this thing I hate writing, there we go. Colors, comma, and then the color we want. So we want the primary one. So this is what we're going to write, and then we actually get out our primary color. So that should be blue. Now if we want the green one, instead of typing primary, we are going to call it secondary. And I know this is a lot more code than actually just writing green, but if I change my variable in here to something else, so little less green, well, what, I don't care. Like this, now it goes, whoops, that's not right, that's one too many. So now you can see the color actually changed, and it will do this for the entirety of the page. So it's really important that we start using this, these things here to interact with everything. So this is just a go away update to show you just how we can initialize all these Sass here. So that's kind of the first one. Let's do another one. List, not list, we don't have any of those. Rows. Let's do some rows. Let's do background color to just see what that actually does. So now I'm actually going to use something different because I'm lazy. No, let's do this up here and add, oops, that's the wrong one, and add the primary to this one, primary. So two different colors, and you can see there's kind of a little padding here, but we'll fix that in a moment. Also the one around here you already know because I showed you before. And the last one we're going to add for now is ion col, and do the right one, and whoopsie daisy. And let's do background color, and let's do actually just do color, so just the text. And we don't think we have any white colors in that one, so we'll actually just create our own color in our variables now. Let's do that, colors. So we just, after I'm done writing this, text color, that's what we're going to call it. This won't work right now because it's probably maybe going to fail, yes, because there's something it's trying to use that doesn't exist. So let's go to this part here, and after the dark, let's add something called, what was it called? Called text color, I think. Let's see if that works. and we want something that's almost white, ed, like this. Save, and now you can see it's over here, because we created a new variable in our map called colors, and we assigned this value to it, and now we can use it in here. Simple as that. We kind of just want to remove some of these paddings here. So first of all, go to your HTML and says back to padding. We're going to type no-padding. So woo, that's the first part. Now let's try to remove this green one here. Again, it's fine, but I'm just letting you know you can remove this padding if you don't want it. But let's go over here and see what we have to do. So inspect, right, it's really small right now though. So the grid is this part here, and you can see there's a padding of 5 down here. So if I click on this, it's either there or not there, of course. Now we can try going up here, going to the iron grid and typing padding 0. This won't work. It's still there. It's because they attached a class called grid here, and we need to make sure that we actually also grabs that specific class, so it also remove this one here. So we can just up here type .grid, and now it's gone. And you can see now the color shows down here again. So if I actually remove the blue color from the rows here, then it should be green again. So that's just one way of removing the padding in our case for this one. So in the next video we're going to show how we can still interact with all the CSS we know with all these elements here.